Unturned is my favorite game, and I always enjoyed playing on vanilla servers. However, like many other Unturned players, I have spent most of my time playing on servers with plugins. If you look at the server list today, you will see that almost all servers have some plugins, such as Economy, Kits, TPA, Vault, and so on. Even many of those that advertise as vanilla servers have some plugins like PandaHood Vanilla Plus, which has Home and TPA. So what exactly are Unturned plugins? Plugins are extensions that add features to the game. They are written in C# and can only be installed on Unturned servers. That's what differentiates them from mods, which everyone can install from Steam Workshop. For example, you cannot have a Vault command in single player, but if you join a server with a plugin that has this command, then you can use it. Some plugins don't add any commands, but they change the game in some way. For example, there's a building restrictions plugin which can prevent players from building in certain areas, or limit the number of buildings each player can place. Other plugins add UIs, like for example the Balance UI, Stats UI, or any other non-standard game UIs that you see on servers. The plugins are not standalone programs. They have to be loaded on Unturned server by a plugin framework. Unturned has two plugin frameworks, RocketMod and OpenMod. They provide features that make it easier to create and use plugins, such as built-in command system, configuration files, permissions system, and translations. Other games like Minecraft also have plugin frameworks, such as Bucket, Spidget, and Paper. In Unturned, the most popular plugin framework is RocketMod, developed in 2015 by Sven Mavby, also known as Freaky Noises, a German programmer. Alternative framework, OpenMod, was created in 2020 by Turkish programmer Enes Sadik Izbek, also known as Trojaner. It is more modern and has more features, but because it is harder to use, it is not as popular as RocketMod. At the moment of recording this video, there was a total of 1338 servers using RocketMod, 38 servers using OpenMod, and 541 vanilla servers without any plugin framework. Since RocketMod is the most popular plugin framework, I will focus on it and its plugins. The Rocket plugins are written in C# and have to be compiled into a DLL file before they can be used on the server. Similar to Minecraft, where plugins are jar files. The plugins are written by independent developers who then share them with the community. There isn't any official Unturned, Steam, or even RocketMod website where server owners can find plugins. But there are several community websites with free and paid plugins. uedit.co, fplugins.com, unturnedstore.com, redstoneplugins.com, imperialplugins.com, and our website RestoreMonarchy.com. Most plugins have a configuration that allows server owners to customize the plugin for the server. For example, the TPA plugin has a delay time, so the time before you are teleported to another player after they accept your request. You probably noticed that some servers have a 3-second delay, others have 10 seconds, and some don't have any delay at all. This is because the server owner can change this value in the configuration file while using the same plugin. I am a plugins developer myself, so let me quickly show you how Unturned plugins are made. Let's make a simple plugin that will spawn a random vehicle when using the random vehicle command. I will call this plugin random vehicle. I'm going to use Visual Studio. To make a command, I will create a commands folder. Inside, I will add a new class file called random vehicle command. Then I need to specify that it's an iRocket command here. Now I need to set up some properties of the command, such as its name and description. Then I can finally write the code that will be executed when the command is called by the player. This video is not a tutorial, so I won't go into details, but basically this part is retrieving all vehicles on the server into a list variable. This part is generating a random number between 0 and the number of vehicles. And then it retrieves the vehicle at that index and assigns it to a variable called random vehicle. Then this part is responsible for spawning the vehicle 10 meters above the player. At the end, it sends a message to the player with the name of the vehicle. Now to use this plugin on the server, I need to build this project. The build will create a DLL file. Let's upload this file to the server and join to see if it works. And as you can see, it works perfectly. This is a very simple example, and there are many more things you can do with plugins. Some plugins like my Codebox or Battle Pass are very complex, and each of them took me more than 2 weeks to make. But there are also many simple plugins that can be made in a few hours if you know what you're doing. That's it for this video. I hope you learned something new about Unturned plugins. If you want to see more videos like this one, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.